Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, lovely people. We're going to talk about Breatharianism in this video, and I'm going to focus more on where I am on my journey of transitioning into the Inedia state, the Breatharian state, quickly and briefly. I'm not going to spend much time here. For anybody who's new to the concept, new to the channel, Breatharianism, or the state, what the Greeks called the state of Inedia, is the state of being sustained, surviving, and thriving as a human without the need for physical food. Much in the same way that you can install solar panels on a car, no longer needing to put in fossil fuels. Your car now runs, survives, and thrives on subtler form of energy, the sun's energy, photons, which you cannot see with your eyes. This is the same concept. And as a human being, you could do the exact same thing. You could switch off your source of energy from fossil fuels, which is what the current matrix is programmed for. It's programmed, life is programmed to eat life, you see? But there's another level, and this is part of the ascension. Beings at 5D, 6D no longer eat physical food. Because why would you go to the gas station and fill up your car with fossil fuels if you've already installed solar panels? That's absurd, foolish, idiotic. You're spending money. You don't have to spend money once your solar panels are installed. That's it. You're spending money every time you go to the gas station. You're harming the environment, and it's an inefficient way of powering your car. It's the exact same thing for us. This is a car. Our physical body is a car. We're the consciousness animating the car, driving the car. It's the same thing, folks. Once you know you can be powered by subtler forms of energy, it no longer makes sense for you to continue to be powered by fossil fuels, by physical food. Because it's just way too inefficient, way too wasteful. I mean, think about it. When you eat food, why do you shit? Because the first thing your body is saying is, I don't want this in here, I'm going to shit it out. It's called waste. So actually, most of the food you eat is going to waste. It's going to waste. So, because this is an inefficient way of powering up your body, but this is just the way the current matrix is programmed. But it's very inefficient, very wasteful. Just like fossil fuels are wasteful to the environment, look at how much waste comes out of your asshole as a result of eating. So there are subtler ways of powering up this body. And so this is the path I'm on. This is the path many are on nowadays. And give me a second here, guys. And we're back. So as I was saying, this is the path I'm on. This is the path many are getting on, and it is a path, and it's not something you transition into right away. Like you suddenly stop eating and you're powered by subtler forms of energy and you feel great right now quickly. Why would you do that? Why would you want to do that? It's the exact same as why would you want to install solar panels on your car? There's your answer. Because it's more efficient, less costly, and more abundance of energy. You get way more energy from the sun. If you live somewhere sunny, that's it. It's free energy, folks. So as a result of being powered off freer forms of energy, subtler forms of energy for your physical body, you're going to need a lot less sleep. Like if you become fully in that state, sustained for months and years, you're sleeping 3-4 hours a night, and sometimes you're not even sleeping. So a lot more energy, less need for sleep, more clarity, more of your psychic abilities are activated. Your chakras are aligned, etc., etc., etc. I can go on so many benefits here, but I'm not going to, because this is not the video for it. What I want to do in this video is I want to share with you where I am in the journey currently. I have been speaking about Inedia, the concept of living off prana, pranic living, which is a city. Also, it's a minor city in the yoga system. So I've been speaking about it for about a year or so. I would say I've been on the path now for probably since last summer, actually, last spring. I remember that's when I found out about Arnold Ehret's book. It was in winter of 2019. So about a year and a half, I'd say I got on the path. First, I started to do fruits. Then I got introduced into the concept and I sort of understood it experientially because I get in that state on psychedelics. So my experience with psychedelics have made it easy for me to understand the concept of breatharianism, inedia, living off subtler forms of energy. So I'd say I've been on the path for about 1.5 years, and I've been talking about it on YouTube now for maybe 1 year, let's say about 1.5 years also, okay, for convenience. And it's an interesting, fun process full of ups and downs and observations. You know, you sort of you go, like I went on periods, 21 days of juice, and a lot of like 1 week, 2 weeks juices, some 3-day water fasts. It's kind of been full of ups and downs, and then periods of just eating every day. Very, very fun, you know. It's a fun process because you know now you're heading towards the destination, and you know you just gotta sort of go through the journey, whatever the journey may be. So at the current moment, I am drinking liquids, and I'll tell you what liquids here, 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, and then on Saturday, Sunday, I'm eating vegan. So this is how it looks like. I'm on the 3rd week of it, and I'm pretty sure I'm stabilizing this now, because again, the last 1.5 years have been just periods of just juices, like, you know, 3-week juices, or I do 2 weeks juices, then I do like 3 days of eating, then I do another week of juices, right? And then I went to Qatar and I was eating like vegan food every single day. It's sort of been like this, right? But now I'm stabilized at this configuration, at this arrangement. 5 days of liquids, 2 days of vegan food. And I'll tell you how you know you're stabilized, because it's you just like, this is so easy. You're like, huh, like this is my new state now. It's like, you know, you stabilized in it. Because if you're still like, if there's a lot of resistance in you, like if let's say you're trying to do liquids, you're like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna do liquids like half the month, every other day or something, but you find it difficult, like on the days where you're doing just liquids and you're like, I really want to eat, you're not yet ready to be at that level. You know you've stabilized at a level in your breatharian journey and in the path when it becomes easy for you to do that thing. So for me right now, it's like super easy. Like I don't have to think about it. Monday to Friday, easy, like oof, like it's nothing. I look forward to it. It's like it's nothing. You know, I don't think about it. There's no thoughts of food, nothing. Monday to Friday. So I'll tell you what I'm drinking. Fruit and vegetable juices, though mostly fruit juices, both freshly squeezed and in bottles. Okay? Both freshly squeezed and in bottles. I'm also drinking my urine. I drink about 1 liter to 2 liters a day. I start off the day with, I just take the morning pee-pee and I drink it. And yeah, I drink about 1 liter to 2 liters of my own urine, golden liquid. And what else? A lemon water. Lemon water. Currently, we don't have access to distilled water, so I take the tap water, I bless it, I put some crystals in it, and I squeeze some lemons in it, and I drink it. So yeah, that's been sort of the process, pretty much. That's been what I'm on, you know, Monday to Friday. Sometimes on those days, if there is like yesterday, I had maybe 10 olives. There were some olives there, and I had 10 olives. So sometimes on the Monday to Friday, if there's like, you know, food on the table, you know, if Miranda has something there and she's eating, I may have like a spoon of avocado, like just a spoon or 2 spoonfuls, you know. But for the most part, Monday to Friday, it's been strict, just juices. It's been very easy for me to do. And yeah, so urine, lemon water, fruit juices, mostly 80% of the time, fruit juices, and about 20% of the time would be veggie juices. Again, both the juices, they come in either freshly squeezed and bottled. So usually on a given day, I'll have some freshly squeezed juice and I'll have some bottled juice as well. Then Saturday, Sunday, I'll have vegan food. Miranda will make something, or we'll get something like, you know, dips, hummus, and sometimes bread, and we'll just eat, you know, roasted potatoes. So every weekend we do something, we make something. Currently we're living near her grandma as well. Her grandma is our neighbor, so she makes food. Like for instance, today is Friday, I'm making this video, so she's making us some cabbage filled with mushrooms and watercress. So tomorrow is Saturday and Sunday. She's making it for 2 days. So we'll be eating that tomorrow and the next day. And then Monday, I hop back in on the liquids. So again, I know I've stabilized here now. I'm at this level, and I know I'm here to stay at this level for some time because it's so easy. So make sure that when you're on the breatharian path, that you do give yourself some time and some leverage, because the food drug is the most difficult drug to wean yourself off of, because it's socially acceptable and culturally sanctioned. Okay, like when I visited my family, for example, the food experience was what the family would use to bond. You know, you'd have my sisters like studying in university, my brother's doing his thing upstairs, and I'm doing my thing downstairs. But then we'd all come together and we would bond over this experience of eating. And if you see humans, you know, food is at the center, literally at the center of their rituals, of their bonding. So because the food drug is socially acceptable and culturally sanctioned, thus it is the most difficult one to be weaned off of, because make no mistake about it, folks, food is a drug, no different than heroin, no different than cocaine, no different than Adderall, no different than LSD. It's in the drug category. Okay, it just happens to be the sanctioned drug, the culturally sanctioned drug, and it's the one we're engaging in at a very young age. So it is, you know, you have to have some compassion for yourself and take it slow in the journey. If you're, let's say, like, okay, you know what, I'm like ready to do liquids, I'm ready to just be juices now, right? And if you start to find it difficult, you're not ready yet. Give yourself some time, go back, eat those foods that are, you know, coming back to you. Like, for example, so last year, a little, not around this time, a little before, but let's say around this time, just for the sake of it, a year ago, I did a 21-day juice fast. And it was very nice, very beautiful, cleaned up a lot of things in the GI tract, very necessary, because I had only stopped eating meat by then just for 4 or 5 months when I did the 21-day juice fast. So there was a lot of garbage in there. So it was great. But then I came back and I said, well, you know what? I like being light so much. I'm going to just do mostly juices from now on, right? And so, you know, I started to eat. So then I started to go back into like an arrangement of one day I'll eat, one day I'll do juices. One day I'll eat, one day I'll do, you know, liquids, juices. And so I did that for a little bit of time, but every time I did the juices, the liquid day, I swear to God, I'd have dreams about cashew butter, because I had a thing for cashew butter at the time, peanut butter. And I'd wake up the next day and I'd be so looking forward, because it's my eating day. I'd be so looking forward to go to the grocery store and get cashew butter and peanuts, peanut butter and almond butter. I had a thing for the butters, for those butters. I'd get an entire jar on those eating days and eat the whole thing in one go, because I wasn't yet ready at that time to let go of certain things that I liked, certain drugs that I liked. So give yourself the chance to enjoy those foods. Give yourself some chance to experience those foods, because the enjoyment will fall off on its own, especially when you're on the path, and especially when you begin to experience the pleasure and the joy of the lighter densities. They'll go off. They'll go away on their own. So give yourself some time. Okay, give yourself some time. Allow yourself the give yourself some compassion, some leverage. Because if you're dreaming, if you're going to sleep on the days you're on liquids and you're dreaming about foods, like in your dreams, and you're waking up the next day and it's the first thing you're looking forward to, it means you're not done yet with that. Okay, you're not yet done with that experience. You need to go back and have a little bit more experience there. Okay, but you know, once you stabilize, once something becomes so easy, then you're stable in that. Okay, so currently I'm week 3 into this. Almost a month, and it's very, very easy, and I don't see any going backwards now. I'm hanging out here for some time, and then the next step in the process will reveal itself. So this is what I want to talk to you guys about. I wish you all fun on this journey, and it's, I mean, you know, again, the benefits, I'll make a different video for the benefits. Why would you leave the foods behind? Why would you want to get in the immediate state? Why would you want to, you know, master it? Because the benefits are absolutely endless, guys. Absolutely endless. So check out my playlist on Breatharianism, health, wellness, and Breatharianism. I got lots of videos there if you're interested to learn more. I love you guys. I love every single one of you. Thank you to the patrons who continue to support. I love you guys. Thank you to all the people who make one-time donations on PayPal. If you love these videos and you feel like donating, you feel like you want to support us financially, I have links down below in the description. Mwah! And I'll see you guys in the next video.